Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the live stream. I'm glad to see everybody in here today. It has actually been an awesome start to this amazing Friday here. We're having stocks starting to really break out this morning. Of course, CCL is moving well, but nonetheless, the SPY is having a pretty big breakout here. And at market open, we are continuing with the momentum, which is amazing. Lately, we've been seeing a lot of turnarounds in the market. Like we'll be flying up in pre-market, then turn around at market open, or fly down in pre-market, then up at market open. But yeah, this is actually looking pretty explosive today, guys. I will say be a little bit careful. The SPY is running up right into resistance, right around 380, 350 to 384. I see a pretty big level up there, so definitely be aware as you're looking at the SPY this morning. But nonetheless, it's been an amazing morning so far. Smash that like button if you haven't yet. I really appreciate it. We're already at 10 likes, but yeah, great morning. Thank you, George, Jamie, Manny, Mike, Iranical, Vicky, Sal, Bill. Thank you guys so much. Seriously, let me know what stocks you guys are watching run today. But looking at my watch list here, honestly, to the upside, there's nothing too crazy as far as like huge runners or anything like that. But I will say Snapchat's up like 3.7%. I have Square up like 3.6%. Looks like we have like CCL's running up, of course, 3.4%, starting to break out pretty well. MU is up quite a bit. They had a pretty big gap this morning. They're up 2.81% as of right now. Let's see what else is moving this morning. Amazon's up. I mean, we have a lot of stocks moving. It's been a crazy week, but if we can end the week strong here, it might be a pretty good sign heading into next week. Just keep in mind, though, that inflation data this week was still fairly scary to see come in worse than expected. So just keep that in mind. But, we did have the retail sales come out today. They were actually better than expected, which is cool. It's always nice to see those retail sales, rising rather than falling. So it shows the consumers might not be doing as bad as people thought. Like it said, consumer spending held up. So that's the main thing right here. Consumers are, I guess, not quite as bad as some people think, but nonetheless, though, it's still terrible with all the high inflation and everything going on. It's just obviously, there's you gotta like give and take some, of course, and it's not always going to be good for the consumer. But Mike Chang says, let's hope this is not a dead cat bounce. Definitely. Let's really hope it's not. I really don't think it is. I think we might continue up today and have a pretty nice day overall. I feel like the SPY could maybe come up and retest that 384 resistance like I talked about at least, if not even go a little bit higher. And there's a lot of great stocks moving, like big breakouts happening, like with Tesla today even. I mean, this is really cool, guys. We're seeing a really big move here out of Tesla. Look at that breakout. We're actually right at resistance at like 725. Maybe if we could just continue to hold here and move up higher, it would be great for Tesla's setup, in my opinion. But yeah, look at Tesla. I know everybody loves to talk about Tesla, and it is so close to running this morning. If we could just break above like 730, I think that we could end up having a nice move. But it's holding its ground very, very well. And like I said, it's like right at resistance. Here, I'm going to mark this resistance here. Or mark the support, I guess. There it is. Yeah, and you can see how the stock's moving very well now, up above that, which is pretty nice. Pretty good technical setups today, I'll say. Overall, compared to a lot of stocks, Tesla's actually looking very, very nice. Cornish, hey, what's up, Cornish? He says, Roblox, good morning, Tom. Let's go. Yeah, let's get that money today, Cornish. It's been a great day so far. Glad to see stocks are up today. He says Roblox, though, eyeing that up. Let's go see. RBLX. Yeah, it is looking pretty decent, Cornish, I will say. Not bad. Yeah, it's running up to around $39.30. Yeah, nothing, I mean, it is up 4.4%, which is amazing. Is it on my watch list? Okay, it is. Good job. Good. But yeah, that's still a great stock today, Cornish. Glad to see it running up. Just kind of like it's almost setting up like Tesla. It's running up into a lot of this resistance, and I hope that it can keep running and breaking out up above that. In Roblox's case, it looks like we're moving up to around $40. So that's going to be a big level there. But with the momentum today, I could definitely see it continuing. And good call, Sean, on that one, because I'm sure that Roblox is going to end up pretty high. It's already up 5%. And he says DraftKings. Now that makes me really happy, Sean. You know that. DraftKings up 4%, up to 1168. We need to pop up a little bit more, though. We need to get back up to $13 where we were a couple weeks ago. But man, yeah, that is it's nice to see DraftKings up at least, though. I'll take the green movement over the sell-off that we've been seeing over the past year anytime. So please keep coming up, DraftKings. That'll help us out a lot. Sal says SPCE looking like it's moving. Yeah, it is. It's up 5%. Yeah, I'm glad to see this one moving, actually. SPCE sometimes gets a lot of momentum. Like you said, it's moving. It's up 4.4% already. Almost up as much as like Roblox is there. I will say SPCE on the daily chart looks a little bit scary, but honestly, like as for a dip buy, it might not be bad. There's actually been a lot of support down here. There's higher lows, and you know, there's actually a really good technical resistance here. Wow. I really like this level on SPCE for like a breakout, if we can break this. Yeah, I would say if we could break like right around where my where this green line is on my chart, right around like $7.50. I think as long as we can blast up above that with SPCE over the next few days, I think we could have a pretty big breakout on our hands. Yeah, that actually looks pretty good, guys. Like, not gonna lie. Let's go see Asana, though. I know Asana's another one that has been pretty hyped up lately, but it's not really having the best move today. Only 2.5%. It's definitely good, but on that daily chart, the stock just wasn't looking good enough to me. Poor Asana, that's too bad. But I know Snapchat's leading my watch list, though, up 6%, continuing to just rocket to the upside today. That is amazing to see them up. Snapchat. Do you guys ever use Snapchat? I know it's a pretty big app. I use it a lot, but I know I'm sure a lot of older people probably don't use it, but you know, it's a pretty cool app. It can usually have some pretty fun stuff go on there. I kind of like sending the pictures. It's kind of funny. Let's see. CZR. So we got some casino stocks popping up here today. Yeah, I mean, my watch list is looking amazing. I will say there's only one stock down today, and that's First Solar, FSLR. Don't know what's going on with these guys, but they are falling off the table along with Enphase. Oh my gosh. That's so weird to see today. That's so weird to see, actually, on a good day like this. First Solar, Run, Plug, Enphase, they're all down. There's got to be some solar news that came out. Let's see. Excuse me, guys. All right. Yeah, here's the news right here with solar. It says U.S. solar energy stocks decline pre-market amid reports Senator Joe Manchin rejects new spending on climate measures. Wow, that is not good. Wow, that is some pretty bad news, guys. Wow, that's rough. Wow, yeah, that is upset. That's upsetting, guys. I cannot believe that. Wow. Now I'm sad. No, for real though, that is a little bit upsetting. Not gonna lie. Let's see. What do we have coming out today? Retail sales. Well, we already knew that from this morning. We also have Michigan consumer sentiment in a little while too. So that might be interesting. Obviously, I don't think that'll move the markets too much though, compared to earlier in the week the inflation rate, and then today we had the retail sales come out. For anybody who missed it earlier, the retail sales actually rose, which was nice. It showed consumers are still spending, which is great. Obviously, if we start to see consumer spending slow down, then then we'll start to really know that the economy's starting to get pretty bad, especially obviously for consumers. But As of right now, we had Amazon Prime Day come in very high. They sold 300 million products compared to like 250 million last year. So that was huge for Amazon. Like I said, just continues to show that consumers aren't aren't that bad right now. Like obviously there's still bad stuff with high gas prices and stuff like that, but nonetheless, it's not like, consumers are like starving, and only spending like $1 a night for food, and stuff like that. It's not to that point yet, thank God. And I hope it I hope it never gets there. But it's good to see those retail sales. Glad to see that. Hunter says, morning, Tommy Tenders. Was too busy this week to come in and make fun of the experts for how stupid and wrong they were about the inflation for a year and a half. My monthly tradition. Yes, sir, Hunter. That's hilarious. But yeah, yeah, we missed it. We're so used to hearing about them messing up. But yeah, glad to see you in here today, Hunter. Thank you for joining up as always. But yeah, pretty cool to see the market up today. You picked the right day to join, that's for sure. Compared to every other day, yesterday was brutal. I will say that we were actually catching some pretty good plays yesterday, though. Even though the market was down, we were definitely catching some nice moves still, and yeah, it was still okay in that sense, which is cool. George or Cyberclay said Mansion is to blame on the solar stocks. Yeah, that sucks to see. Good morning, I'm Fierce. Thanks for joining up again. Thanks for joining up. I know you were here yesterday too. But yeah, Mansion definitely hit those solar stocks hard. I know that was rough there, George. Very rough. Poor FSLR though, still going down. It's down or now a 13%. I mean, wow, it just keeps falling more and more every time I look at it. Same thing with Enphase. Now they're down 10.55%. Ooh, rough. Oh, Sean says transitory, Hunter. Don't egg him on, Sean. No, I'm just joking. That's funny. Yeah, transitory was a good one. I liked it. With good old Big Daddy Powell. Gotta love the transitory statements. I know Hunter's favorite thing though is Kathy Wood saying, "Man, what is it, Hunter? Is it the GDP going up to 50%?" I think that's the one that that got me. Or something's price going to 10,000 or something. I can't remember, but there was some recent thing with Kathy that was having me laugh recently. Let's go back to CCL. See how it's doing this morning. It's trying. It's definitely trying to move. Come on, CCL. Come on, get back up there. You're holding very well. You're moving out of the range. Let's have that nice extension. Let's go see Delta. Yeah, there's Delta Airlines. What about Delta? What else do we have? AAL, I guess. CCL, NCLH, Royal Caribbean. Getting all these travel stocks here. Hunter says transitory was criminally stupid and everyone who said it should be barred from giving economic outlooks again. Yeah, I probably agree with you, Hunter. I like my guy Big Daddy, I like Powell. I love him. I don't know if I could bar him from the economic outlooks, but I agree everybody else should be barred. I still can't believe Powell was saying that for a long time, and I'm surprised traders still like Powell even though that happened. I know usually people start to turn on some of these analysts pretty quickly, so I know he's not an analyst, but you know what I mean. He's kind of like one, I guess, with the way he's been talking lately. Good old transitory. Let's go see that daily chart on the SPY. Let's go back to look at transitory. I don't know when he started saying transitory. I think it was like July of last year. Like June or July of last year, I think is what it was. And then yeah, the market just kept going and going and going. Finally, when transitory wasn't enough, then then the market started tanking, of course. Hunter goes, Powell can just stay for the memes. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Exactly. Okay. I agree with that statement. He can stay for the memes. There we go. And then here's what he said. Kathy Wood said 50% GDP growth a year, Roku to 1500 by 2026, and countless other beyond stupid statements. Yeah, the 50% GDP growth had me laughing. I could not believe I heard that. But then the Roku to 1500 was also kind of funny. Let's go see where Roku is right now. Roku's at $83, and she's saying 1500 by 2026. I mean, I get that that's 4 years of time, but yeah, I mean that would be too much, guys. I mean, man, I wish Kathy would be better, but I feel a little bit sad that she's been so messed up over the past year. Honestly, it's been a little bit upsetting, I'll say. But yeah, Roku just not looking good, of course. Obviously, that daily chart's brutal, brutal. She's probably trying to pump it, and traders are like, "Hell no, I'm not pumping anything you say ever again." Let's see. Actually, we have some stocks still in the red today, actually. Like AMD. Like, what's going on here? Hang on. Yeah, like, what's happening today? I thought we were having a good day. What's going on here? DraftKings is now leading my watch list, though, so I will say it is a good day in that sense. Definitely a good day in the sense of DraftKings leading my watch list here. Up 5.7%. It's not like it's up a ton either. It's just leading. Let's see a good old CVS Pharmacy today. Wow, CVS had a pretty big gap this morning, guys. Check this out. That's actually not bad for CVS. I'm Fierce says Baba's taking a beating. Let's check it out. Yeah, and guys, if you guys want to see any stocks or anything like that, just let me know. Mike Chang said Disney was in the red earlier too. Let's see, Disney. You know, it's falling, but it was definitely up in the green by like 2%, which is good, Mike. So I know it's falling off now, though, of course, but hey, at least it was up. I'm Fierce says Baba's taking a beating, though. Yeah, let's see that one. Let's go see Baba. Oh, I put a colon after it. There we go. Baba. And WFC, too. Yeah, there we go, though. Baba's down 3%. Definitely having a bad move down. I mean, the market's it's doing pretty well today, but overall, I mean, some stocks are still down. Let's see, WFC, the banks. Nice. There we go. I'm Fierce. That one's really running. I like that. I like that. They had their earnings, it looks like, last night, or was that this morning? It was this morning. So, yeah, they had earnings. Looks like their revenue came in negative 450 million. So, obviously not the best, but hey, they ripped up. I'll have to go read into their exact report because their guidance might have been good or something like that. Let's go see today, though. I know Citigroup also had earnings. Oh, yeah, there was Wells Fargo's right there. Boom. Wells Fargo's profit falls as the bank sets aside funds for bad loans. Company shares drop. So, kind of interesting with that one. Their revenue was slightly lower. Their EPS was up, like we talked about. Interesting, but they really flew up. It says company shares drop, but they've been flying today. He expects credit losses to increase from these incredibly low levels. Okay. Here we go. While our net income declined in the second quarter, our underlying results reflected our improving earnings capacity with expenses declining and rising interest rates driving stronger net interest income growth. So sounds pretty good there, actually. That's a pretty good statement, I guess. Market conditions force it to post a 576 million second quarter impairment on equity securities tied to its venture capital business, so that's rough. Obviously, with the stock market kind of falling off. But yeah, it sounds like Wells Fargo did pretty well. Citigroup topped their profit estimates, it looks like. I know Citigroup was up earlier this morning compared to like Wells Fargo. Hang on, let me go back to... Let's go back to Wells Fargo real quick. So, yeah, you can see like in pre-market, Wells Fargo wasn't really moving. It was more of after. Citigroup was having some pretty good moves early in pre-market. It's now up 6.4% too. So yeah, good call there, I'm Fierce. That's actually a pretty good runner today, and glad to see Citigroup moving the way it is. Alrighty, all right. Let's see what else we have moving here today. Any other big news you guys are seeing? Just throw it down in the chat. We'll check it out for sure. Let's see what we have on the radar for earnings next week, guys, because I think that we're gonna have some pretty big ones coming up here. I'm trying to think about. I guess I'm gonna go to the Earnings Whispers monthly. Go to Facebook and then Earnings Whispers. Hopefully they have the monthly outlook chart here somewhere. Let's see. Dang, I don't see it. Dang, I don't know if they posted it. I'll have to go to their website. Hang on. Let's see. Earnings Whispers. Hopefully they have it. Calendar. This was everything today. I like this website. This is a really cool cool website for earnings, guys, if you guys are interested. So on Monday, we're going to have Bank of America and Goldman Sachs and Schwab reporting. Then on Tuesday, we're going to have Johnson & Johnson, Halliburton, wow, Hasbro, Ally Financial, Lockheed Martin. Pretty big day on Tuesday. Wednesday is going to be the biggest, though, I think, guys. Wait till you hear these names. Let's hear. Biogen, Abbott, the NASDAQ itself. Hang on here. There was definitely... What? Maybe it's Thursday. There's some pretty big ones reporting next week. Yeah, maybe it's Thursday, guys. Here we go. American Airlines, AT&T, Nokia, Union Pacific, Dow Chemical. Oh my gosh, Huntington. There's a lot reporting here. Snap-on, Tractor Supply. Wow, that's a lot of companies on Thursday next week. I could have sworn there was like some big tech stocks, but I'm not seeing it right here. Let's see. What about here's Friday of next week? Let's see. Yeah, I'm actually not seeing anything too crazy. Huh. I know there's some pretty big ones though, I think. I know there's some pretty big ones coming out next week still. Like obviously the banks are going to be big. Hasbro, Johnson & Johnson will be pretty big actually. AT&T looks like Thursday's probably going to be the biggest obviously. There's a whole bunch, but you know, honestly besides like the few first ones I named like Dow and AT&T and American, there's really not too much next week, I guess. Mike Chang says, glad to see Disney in the green. It was slightly red in the opening. That's awesome. Not that I'm complaining, but what was the catalyst that made Costco go up 4% yesterday? Yeah, hey, Costco was really moving, I saw. Let me go ahead and look at the Thinkorswim news really quick in case we missed something with the news, actually. But let's see. Costco. Deutsche Bank upgraded Costco yesterday, Mike. So it looks like Deutsche Bank upgraded Costco to a buy and raises their price target to $579, which is pretty big. And you can see here it keeps saying Costco whole shares rise after Deutsche Bank upgrade, and yeah, so that was probably the main news for Costco yesterday, and that's really good news. You know, to see them get upgraded by Deutsche is huge. Deutsche is a huge bank out there, as we know, and it's really cool to see that. This is really cool. It's so funny. They still have $1.50 hot dogs at Costco, which is funny. They're saying it defies inflation. I guess it does. I mean, I can buy an 8 pack of hot dogs for like $3 or $4, I think, or maybe even $2.50. So think about it. 8 hot dogs, you know, $3. You could sell all eight for $1.50 a pop and do pretty well, I think, even with bread. So that's funny. Oh, it's a hot dog and soda combo. That's funny. But yeah, Costco is really cool the way that they're eating that cost for people. I've been hearing a lot about that with their food court, where they're like refusing to raise prices, which is really commendable. I'll say, kudos to Costco. I will say that makes me like them a lot. It really does. It's kind of cool to see that they are, keeping that low. I think they understand that losing $1 on hot dogs isn't worth losing tons of customers. If you think about it. But yeah, yeah, good. That's good for them though, Mike Chang. Definitely some good moves there, and I love Costco. Look at this. Their percentage green days is actually an amazing number. I'm not sure I've seen something this good yet. Their percent green, they have green days 54.98% of the time, and their average rise is 1.13%. That's actually like really, really good numbers. Like actually insanely good. So yeah, I should have been buying Costco when the chart was giving me the oversold labels down there. I would have been doing pretty well on good old Costco if I would have bought it there. But nonetheless, though, I still think Costco is in a pretty good time to buy, and yeah, it has a lot of good momentum. But yeah, Mike, it's one of my favorite stocks as of late, and it's been really running. Even right now, it's still moving. Iranical says thoughts on GDX. Yeah, the gold miner ETF. Ooh, it's down a lot today. This one's going to follow gold a little bit. Obviously, it's not going to be 100% correlated, but it should follow gold slightly. And as of right now, gold is really falling off. I mean, just straight up dying almost. It just is. Here's this US dollar. It's been flying up. This is part of the reason why gold is down. Hopefully the US dollar starts to fall down a little bit. And it looks like today it started to a little bit, but you can see gold has just been getting destroyed, and yeah, GDX is going to keep going down, probably with gold itself. If you're looking to buy it for the long term, then I think picking it up right here is probably pretty good, Iranical. Just keep in mind that it's a very crazy type of market. The gold market's been all over the place, and honestly, right now it's not looking too hot. Maybe if we hold this support, it will look better, but right now it has been really falling off the table with a lot of momentum. Yeah, it's actually been a little bit saddening to see gold fall off like this, for me at least. Yeah, I don't like GDX too much right now, to answer your question 100% there. But yeah, guys, hit that like button if you haven't yet. We're like halfway through the stream today. The market's been pretty hot, and we're starting to see stocks pop up a little bit. So pretty cool to see that. Let's go back in and check in on the SPY. Or maybe we're not seeing them pop up, but maybe it's coming back down a little bit. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, SPY has been falling back down ever so slightly today. I still think we can continue higher later in the day. We had such a good move in pre-market that it was just making for amazing price action early in the morning. Obviously, though, now we're slowing down a little bit, which does suck in some sense. Although there we go. I'll take that nice 1 minute candle on the SPY. Hey, look at that 1 minute candle. Like, what's going on there? Whoa, whoa, guys, like, whoa, like, what? Whoa. This is awesome. There we go. That's a very nice recovery back up. That's huge, guys. I think the consumer sentiment report actually just dropped. Let's go check it out. It should be out on the economic calendar. Let's see. Yep, it's out. It's out. Let's see. Consumer sentiment. Let's see. It increased to 51.1 from 50. Yes, there we go. Looks like we came in good here, guys. There we go. We'll take that. Sounds good. Consumer sentiment came in a little bit higher. There we go. There we go. Boom, I'm gonna post it in Discord for everybody. That's awesome to see us beat, though. That's great. That's cool. Looks like consumers are, the sentiment got a little bit better. Not saying it's totally good. Not saying it's totally good or that we're in the clear or anything yet. But yeah. Okay, yeah, Manny. Yeah, the volume spiking because we saw the consumer sentiment report come out. So yeah, consumer sentiment came out. It looks like consumer sentiment came in higher than expected, which is great. So you can see they were forecasting a slight drop, and we actually went up like 1.1 there on the chart or on the reading. So that's great to see. Cool to see that happened. And yeah, the SPY is, well, it was having a pretty good first initial move there, but of course now it's slowed down a little bit. So yeah, that's pretty good there. Yeah, that's awesome though. SPY's really starting to run up there. That's great. I mean, obviously it's been falling off for like a couple minutes, but initially that first move was amazing and it's been looking pretty hot. Let me know what other stocks you guys want me to check out, or if you guys want me to check out anything like yields or anything like that. Talking about yields, let's go see how TNX is doing. Yeah, it looks like TNX is falling off a little bit, which is good. Yeah, that's great to see. It looks like on the daily chart, TNX is going to start falling back down. We recently hit like resistance at like 310 on the chart here, so kind of cool to see that, and I hope that TNX continues to sell down. Looks like it might do that. I'll take it. You know, if TNX is down, hopefully SPY continues to have a decent day. Let's see where SPY is here. It's really trying to run up. I mean, that sentiment was great at first. It just seems like the momentum didn't really hold up for too long. Yeah, it didn't really hold up as much as I was hoping. Yeah. That's a little unfortunate, but it's okay. It's all right. Let's go back to the watch list here, see what's leading it up and down. Man, to the downside, these poor stocks like Plug, Baba, and stocks like that, I feel really bad for these stocks. I mean, man, they are getting crushed. Just cannot believe how low they've been consolidating. That's a brutal move out of these stocks here. Even the China stocks, like someone mentioned earlier, were down a lot, like NIO, XPEV, Baba, Baidu, Futu. Futu makes me laugh. Kraft Heinz, KHC. That one's even down. Palantir down. Boeing's down. I mean, guys, stocks turned around today. It was looking hot, but stuff really turned back around. Adobe is still looking all right. Goldman Sachs is up. Hey, the banks guys are actually looking pretty good. Check out GS or Goldman. Goldman Sachs is looking pretty nice. Yeah, I kind of like that move with Goldman, actually. It's kind of hovering up around the high. Let's see, Bank of America's up a lot. JP Morgan, Citigroup. I know Citigroup had those earnings earlier. We did talk about that a little bit. Yeah, that was an amazing move, though, out of the SPY, Manny, and it just settled down. I hope it continues up, though. It looks like it definitely can. Yeah, this is a huge move. Wow. You can see SPY actually formed like a pretty decent little support down here around 374. It was really cool to see it break out this morning up above like 378 or 379. That was a huge move this morning, and all the way up above 380. That was great. Of course, though, like I said, we're kind of falling off right now again, which is a little bit unfortunate, but it is what it is. The SPY tried to run up there for a second. Obviously, that consumer sentiment news ended up not being as explosive as we thought. I really didn't think it would be that explosive, but, the market was really flying there for a minute. Let's see. Let me know what stocks you guys are watching or what's moving. I think we could definitely see some pretty big moves here going on. That's awesome. Let's see what other stocks. Let's see some crypto today, guys. What about some crypto? SPY to USD. What? That is silly. Let's just go. let's do BTC USD. Yeah, hey, sitting here like right around 20K. Not bad. That's actually not a bad move at all. BTC USD. Let's see the SPY. Yeah, SPY's still just sitting there, not really doing much, guys. Let's go check back in on the watch list. Stuff isn't really as explosive now as it was earlier, of course. Obviously, these solar plays, I mean, cannot believe they're down this much. This is just terrible. Good old Asana is down even. I mean, even some growth plays like Matterport. I mean, brutal. Just brutal movement today. See that 5-minute chart. You gotta look better. Yeah, it doesn't really look much better. Pfizer. Yeah. We need Powell to come save us or something, guys. What's on the calendar for next week? We have anything big as far as anything big in the market? Let's see next week. Let's see. We have existing home sales, housing starts. There is initial jobless claims, but that doesn't look too big. Yeah, next week's actually going to be a little bit lackluster on the economic calendar. So, yeah, be ready for that, guys. Nothing too crazy. Maybe we'll see the market actually have a decent pop up or something, with no big events on the horizon next week. Obviously, there's big earnings, so keep that in mind. There's obviously going to be some earnings. But besides that, yeah, Bank of America just kept going, guys. I mean, that's a big move today. Goldman, too. There we go. Goldman broke out. I was saying earlier that was like one of the only stocks really running with momentum, and that's awesome to see it up that much, up to 290. That is a pretty big pop, actually, with Goldman. Wow. Yeah, that's awesome. Sweet. Love to see that with Goldman and the banks. JP Morgan was so rough yesterday, guys. I was so scared for the banks. I thought that banks were going to get screwed over or something. You can see JP Morgan got destroyed. It's trying to come up now today. Goldman's almost recovered all the way back up to that level from yesterday, or I should say from the levels of, I guess, Wednesday now. But yeah, it's almost back up. That move yesterday with JP Morgan in the morning was just so bad that these stocks just could not recover back. The only one that recovered back up really is just Bank of America, which is interesting to see. That's really cool, though, to see Bank of America up that much. That is a very, very, very nice pop. What are we up? 4%? Let's go check out the other ones. Citi had those earnings this morning. You'll see where they're at today. They're up 8.2%. 8%, guys, out of the bank. Out of a bank. I mean, that's amazing. Very nice to see that. Mike Chang says Bob was under 100. I'm thinking about picking up some shares, and then Manny said NIO. Let's see, Baba under 100. You know, that does sound really, really nice, actually, Mike Chang. Not gonna lie, picking up some shares under 100 is probably a really smart thing to do with Baba. I know that Baba might be volatile here in the short term, and yeah, it's definitely down today, but you know, I feel like getting some shares here eventually is going to be really good for Baba. I'm really thinking about picking it up too, Mike, but Manny said NIO and put his lips sealed kind of emoji there. But yeah, there we go. NIO's down right around $20. That's going to be a pretty big support there, SM. So definitely eye up $20 even. Yeah, definitely keep that on your radar. SM fan saying, "Hi Tom, I have a bunch of Apple puts. Should I sell at a loss or hold till today?" As long as they don't expire today, I mean, you know, this is a very tough one. I personally don't like puts today. I would rather get some type of calls today, SM. So I would recommend sell at a loss. I don't think I'd hold the Apple puts really. I don't. Apple started breaking out, and I feel like we could actually have a decent move today out of the market. So personally, I feel like you should sell those puts. So that's what I would do, SM. He said they're expiring next week. Okay. Okay, I see. But yeah, still, I still think I would sell them. You know, it's still a pretty closer term expiration. And yeah, I don't know when you bought, though. If you bought them early this morning, or if you bought them this morning, it might not be the worst thing. But personally, I would sell them because, you know, I am leaning towards calls today over puts for sure. But Manny also mentioned UDN. Let's see. I don't even know this one. Oh, it's that one we talked about yesterday, the USD bearish ETF. Okay. So this should start to pop up here a little bit if the dollar starts to fall. So yeah, definitely eye that one up, Manny. I think that might be a smart play that people might be overlooking a little bit. You know, I think that's a really smart move, actually. So yeah, eye that up for sure. Yeah, it actually is probably really, really smart. SM fan says so many negative news and one positive changes everything. This is insane, LOL. I know, right? There's been so much negative news lately. I will say though, the market is very, very low right now, so you know, we could probably have, like, for example, eventually we need to maybe expect the SPY to come up and retest like 400 or like 410 or something like that in the short term, because I think that even just for price action's sake, we could come up and hit that just for like normal movement. But yeah, you're right, there's been so much negative stuff lately. What are these D's on the chart? Oh, the dividend for the SPY. That's funny. I didn't even realize SPY paid a dividend. Let's go see. LVS, Penn Gaming. Penn Gaming is in the green today, ever so slightly. Yeah, it's definitely insane though, SM, and the news has been really dictating a lot lately. Like you said today, one good piece of news comes out and the market starts flying up. It's kind of insane to see how that volatility came in and really rocked the market as much as it did. House hearing on building an affordable and sustainable food supply chain. That sounds interesting. Look at this. The IMF chief says inflation will likely be tamed next year when rate hikes start to work. Who is this? Managing Director of the International Monetary Fund. Okay. Interesting. I don't know. It doesn't seem like she has much influence over the US prices, though, I guess, but I'm sure that she's probably right. Next year, let's see, that'll be about, 5 months away, 5 or 6 months away. Musk says Tesla can lower car prices if inflation calms down. That would be nice. That would actually be pretty cool if we could see that happen with Tesla cars. I know Tesla's cars have been insane, guys. Here, like, let's just go to Tesla.com and check it out. Like, let's go see what it is. Because I've been looking. I'm on the waiting list for the truck, for the Tesla truck, which is funny. I don't think we're ever gonna get it though, guys. Like, that's kind of funny. I'm never gonna get it or something. Yeah, let's just say I want to buy a Model Y. Or no, let's just say a Model X. Just for just to be funny here. Let's see. Like, look at that. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize it was that much. Whoa. Hang on now. It's up to 112,000. I got to go back and look at that Model 3. Because this is the one obviously everyone used to look at. And I kind of remember these prices. Okay. Now this one is still around the same price I remembered. Man, why is that X 112,000 for the cheaper one? That is... Wow, that is way overpriced in my opinion, guys. Just way overpriced. I know it has those cool doors, but... Oh, I could get doors like that for my Mustang, to be honest. Manny, you didn't know about the Tesla truck? Oh my gosh, wait till you see this. You have to know that, right? You know the truck? Wow. The truck's awesome though, Manny. I mean, it is really cool. I mean, some people think it's cool, some people don't. Yeah, yeah, when I finally get it. I know, Manny, I know. I'll have to. I'm wondering where I am on the waiting list. I have a weird feeling that it's going to be kind of strange with the truck. Like I'm kind of curious because I'm hoping I can maybe like get the truck and then like sell it for a higher price. That's kind of what I'm hoping for, but I don't really know. I'm really hoping I can sell it for a higher price, but the truck, okay, so when I first signed up, the truck was it was the one I signed up for, I think is like 80 something grand. So it was I got the, I think, quad motor. So there's like four motors, like one for each tire, I think it is. It's either tri motor or quad motor. And then it also had like a 500-mile range capacity, which is amazing for a truck like this. Like the other Tesla cars don't even really get 500. So that's awesome to see the truck could get that much. But yeah, it was like 85 to 88 grand, I think, for the best version. But keep in mind though, now with inflation and everything, this was like 3 years ago now, or 2 or 3 years ago. Now at this point, it's probably gonna end up being like 100, and I bet they're gonna come out with a starting price MSRP of like 120 grand. I mean, I would if I had a truck like this. I mean, it's a pretty in-depth truck. I can't believe they were even like bulletproof doors and like windows that can supposedly stop 9 millimeters but can't stop, metal balls, but nonetheless. Yeah, it's a pretty cool looking truck though. I like it. Sorry, Manny, I got confused at the beginning. I thought the way you worded that when you said Tesla truck, what? I thought you meant like you didn't you didn't know what it was, but I got you. Yeah, it's pretty cool. George says it looks like the Tomb Raider 1 model. Yeah, it's pretty funny. But yeah, here's the Tesla Model 3, the Tomb Raider 1 model. Tomb Raider. I haven't played that in forever, George. Yeah, see this Model X, I mean, this is just insane. 112,000. It only gets 332 miles range. Wow, the tri-motor gets less. Wow, they got this SUV going 0 to 60 in 2.5 seconds. That is nuts. Wow. .5 seconds. That's... I want to show you guys this funny watch this, guys. They got this like funny little video here. You guys are going to laugh at this. Here it is.
But you see that sucker over there? 0 to 60 in 4.1 seconds.
That's what they always have, these like shorts out here with like Biden saying like 0 to 60 in 4.1 seconds. And now we come out, we see the Tesla 0 to 60 in 2.5. I mean, guys, for anybody who knows cars, 0 to 60 in 2.5 seconds is absolutely insane. I can't believe what these other ones can do. Like the S Plaid. Let's go see if we can even do that. Let's see. The Model S Plaid is nuts. Wait till you see this 0 to 60. I mean, that is just 1.99 seconds. That is just absolutely nuts. And it can hit a top speed of 200 miles per hour. Now, that's where most people, they were always messed up at the beginning with these cars. They were like, oh, well, it can go quick, but it can't go above, you know, it can't go above 120 miles per hour or whatever. But hey, it really can. I mean, it can hit 200. Name me a lot of American-made cars that can hit 200 right now, and yeah, you probably can't name a lot. There's probably the Corvette, maybe like the Shelby GT500. Besides those two cars, I'm not sure there's any, to be honest. But those new Corvettes might be able to. Or maybe a Hellcat. I'm not even sure a Hellcat. I'm sure they're limited, honestly. But yeah, let's go back to the market here. Penn's starting to turn back up a little bit. We have SPY up in the green. There we go. We'll take that. There we go. Coming back. Actually, I'll take that. I know SM has put, so SM was a little upset the market was going up, so I don't want to be too happy about the market rising, SM. But, you know, the SPY is looking pretty good. I'll take that any day. We even have the Cruise Line CCL, I'm noticing, coming back up on a different monitor. That's cool to see. GM, General Motors, Ford. There we go. Bank of America's still up and running still. Goldman Sachs. Yeah, nice, nice. Love to see these things running. Yeah, my watch list is going more and more green now the longer we go. Oxy's coming back up. Mainly, I'm just seeing a lot of recovery plays here. Everything was dipping. Now it's starting to recover back. Like Meta is about to break its high of day. That's actually going to be big. Hang on one second, guys. Sorry about that, guys, but here I am back. Let's go check out that SPY again. Let's see the SPY. It looks like it's trying to break the high of day there, which is really cool. All right, Lex. All right, if Lex is in the live stream right now, Lex, you know what we're gonna say? Show me the money. Let's go. We gotta show that money today. Let's go. We gotta get that money flowing today. I know yesterday Lex said something about Jerry Maguire in football. Said show me the money, so I had to say it here today. That's hilarious. Just watch that spy for a minute. That that has me laughing. I hope you're in here, Lex. If you're not, I'm gonna be a little bit upset. Mike Chang says, you like the Cybertruck or the EV Hummer? Personally, I like the Cybertruck way more. I think it's way cooler. And the main reason that I think the Cybertruck is cooler is because here's the reason, is that the car is supposed to have like a 500-mile battery or 500-mile range, 500-mile battery or whatever you want to call it. Here, like, let's go look at the Hummer EV. Okay, so if I go look at like the Hummer EV, it's not gonna get like near as much range. So, but I like the way it looks. I'll give it that. I love the way it looks and I love the features. I'll say that. I really do. I like the way it looks. I like the features and all that, Mike. I think it looks great. I just feel like it's a little bit overpriced, for what it is. Off-road specs. I love the design, but see, like, they're not showing me the, they don't want me to know the range on this, Okay. So they're estimating 350 plus mile range, so that's actually not too bad. On the pickup, on the SUV, it's 300 miles plus. So that's actually not too bad, 350, that's better. I think whenever this first came out, they were predicting way less, so it's cool to see that they got it up. But I really like the design. I think it's really cool. I think it's a very cool looking vehicle. Honestly, it might be even cooler looking than the Cybertruck. Especially on the inside, I'm sure. I don't know how the Cybertruck looks on the interior, of course. But I will say that I like them both, but that interior is going to have to be really good with this Cybertruck to compete with that EV. If they could get the EV, so they're looking for the Cybertruck to be 500-mile range. If they could get the Hummer EV to 500 miles, I would definitely get it. Let's watch the video.
Begin simulation.
To access the available UltraVision camera views, select the Camera app. Then choose
Wow, this
between
is pretty
18
cool.
available cameras to help you maneuver in almost any scenario. UltraVision cameras include underbody forward rearward, underbody split front forward rearward, allowing you to keep
Mike, this is kind of turning me on to this truck. A little bit. I kind of like this now. It kind of reminds me, it kind of looks like a Toyota 4Runner too, which is kind of cool. I really like Toyota 4Runners. That'll probably be the next vehicle me and my girlfriend buy. We'll probably get one for her after her she drives like a Ford Fusion right now. After that thing craps out, probably get that. But this is actually a really cool truck. I like this. The Hummer EV is cool. That interior is just so nice. I mean, look at what that looks like with the top down. Wow, that's beautiful. Yeah, there we go. Those nice seats. Wow. I don't know, Mike. I mean, you're right. This is pretty cool. Now that they up that range on it, I like it better. All right, let's go back to that SPY because it's starting to break out here. Here we go, getting some nice momentum to the upside. Finally this morning, we had that really nice momentum early on, and we've just been kind of stagnant now. But, you know, we're trying to break up above those pre-market highs, and we're starting to try to run. DraftKings is almost up 7% now, which is great, 6.6%. Wells Fargo's up. We have Meta on the rise here. I mean, this is awesome, guys. Seeing some pretty nice moves. I hope these stocks can continue running like this today. Seems like we're getting some pretty good momentum. But yeah, I appreciate everybody joining up today on the stream, of course. I really do, especially everybody who always asks questions and everything like that. But even if you don't ask questions, you know, still I appreciate you being here and, you know, helping us out. But yeah, thanks George, Jamie, Manny, Mike, Iranical, Vicky, Sal, Bill W, Sean Cornish, of course, Hunter. Awesome to see Hunter in here today. SM fan. Yeah, thank you guys seriously all so much. I really do appreciate it. You stuck with us all week long. Awesome to see that. We had a pretty good week overall. Obviously, the stock market was pretty shaky. We were up, down, up, down. But hey, we recovered up today, and so far we're having a pretty good Friday. So ending the week strong. Bulls are in charge today. I appreciate you guys. Let's have a great rest of your day, and of course, have a great weekend too.